Okay, here we go. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Soup Podcast. This is episode 21. I'm here with Hayes Cannupp. Got that right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, cool. He's the CEO of JerseyBird. If you haven't heard about him, then kind of missing out on a lot. He's gone very viral, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram. It is a jersey, custom-made jersey company. But Hayes, if you want to take over and kind of introduce yourself or talk about a little bit more of what JerseyBird is.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, first up, thanks for having me on. Excited to be here. So, JerseyBird is custom sportswear and apparel brand. What we do is we work with clients, mostly sports teams, to design and manufacture their jerseys, their team apparel, all that stuff across all sports. So, right now, a lot of our work is soccer, but we do basketball and pretty much every other sport out there. So, that's like a quick summary of who we are. That's what we do.
Okay. So I'm not on TikTok anymore. I was on it for a while there, but I came across a lot of your videos when I was on it, and it was crazy how I think there was a video where the Atlanta Hawks had like requested a jersey or something like that, and it's just kind of I just remember it was crazy like seeing all these professional sports teams, going through this channel and stuff like that, requesting a jersey. How did it kind of, first hit you when you're getting these big market sports teams and stuff like that reaching out to you?
Yeah, that was so I started TikTok in 2020. So the company started in 2019. I started TikTok in midway through 2020, started making videos, and we were posting videos about the custom jersey feature on the website. So for context, you can go to JerseyBird and order just one jersey. We support custom basketball and custom soccer jerseys right now. That was really popular back in 2020 and in 2021. This was when we were really focused on the 1-unit orders and the software behind that. I would post videos about making designs, then I would ship them to myself and then display them. So, here's a jersey for the Hawks, like you said, things like that. So, TikTok is one of those platforms where the big companies and the big teams, like they're always commenting on little creators. So it's a great way to make awesome content and get noticed.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of what we did. And we were back then, like, it was a lot less professional. So, like, my videos were just like, I was trolling the Falcons. The Falcons were commenting.
Yeah.
And I did a video of them, and on the back I put like what the 3
or
whatever the score was. Yeah, 28-3. Yeah. So like stuff like that would go viral, and I just enjoyed making those. Those were I miss those days, just making funny videos.
Yeah. What was the business kind of like, I guess, during then, because that was a few years ago and you've grown a lot since then. Were you guys getting a lot of business from custom, just people maybe wanting like one jersey when those videos started blowing up?
Yeah, so I have to give some context like on the phases that we've gone through, because what we do today is nothing like when we first started. So 2019, well, back when we first started, we used to sell I guess pop culture style items. So think like a Kanye West jersey. If you Google Kanye West jersey, you'll see them on Amazon, you'll see them on Etsy, whatever. They're everywhere. It's like the same designs. A bunch of companies were selling them. So we were also selling those. It's very simple. We had a good vendor, so the quality was great, which helped. But other than that, there wasn't much creativity. The problem with that business model is that the trademarks start to chip away at your top selling items. So like as the months went on, we kept getting hit with, okay, you got to take this down, you got to take that down, you got to do this, do that, because it's not really legal to be profiting. It's like a gray area. A lot of people abuse it, but eventually I was getting tired of it. So that's what inspired the custom jersey software. Mm-hmm. So trying to create a new revenue stream where people could design their own. That was like the first, I guess, adjustment to the business model. We got to do something new, something creative. That worked, and that got pretty popular through the TikTok videos. But then last year, in early 2022 or so, that's when we started focusing on the team orders, like bulk orders and things like that. So that's kind of where we are today, with focusing on the team stuff. So yeah.
Do you still get as many maybe individual orders as you do team now?
Yeah, we usually get maybe only like 2 or 3 a day of the solos, which I guess at our peak it might have been like 10 to 20 of the solos. Um, but yeah, it kind of fell off because I don't talk about it anymore, and it's just tough. The solos are tough, manufacturing wise. No one wants to make the one unit, so the future is definitely with the teams and the bulk orders for sure. So yeah.
Yeah. So with like the bulk orders, because I know you'd said that you had made jerseys for, teams and stuff like that. Is it like, is it more like recreational teams, or is it kind of like these maybe? Because I did see an article from a couple months ago about how I think it was the Philippines soccer team had seen your video about the jersey that you had made for them, and then
Yeah.
they ended up making that their official jersey.
Yeah.
What are the teams kind of like that you're getting these bulk orders out to?
So yeah, it's a bit of everything, like you said. We have okay, the national team is kind of a different story, but usually, I mean, a large majority of our clients are just like youth teams that no one knows about, or it's just
Okay.
small rec teams. So 10 to 20 jerseys. I say like the most average order would be, 15 basketball jerseys. That's it. Not even like shorts or any other stuff. Just most people don't need much. Um, but yeah, you have those 1%, top 1% of our clients that, are ordering in big quantities and kind of just like propel the whole company forward. Like the Philippines kind of put us on, like that was like our big break, I guess,
Hmm.
in terms of like press and just, uh, I don't know, it just gave us a lot of, I guess, authority because we had a national team. But that one we didn't manufacture for the Philippines. We just did design, which is a bit unusual, but that was just how the contract we had with them was. But yeah, usually we manufacture. We
Yeah.
don't like to do design only, but it happens.
Yeah. So what was that kind of like when you see this? It's not just like a couple people out in Iowa or something like that. It's the Philippines. What did that kind of feel like?
Yeah, stuff like that happened back either at the very end of 2022, or it was ongoing for a few months, going back and forth, trying to figure out a way to get us the most exposure. I mean, with any deal, you're trying to, I guess, like win or whatever, like get
Yeah.
the most out of it. Obviously, I wanted to do it all. I wanted to manufacture. I wanted the logo on the chest. I wanted everything. But the way the, I guess, the sportswear industry works, and this is all new to me because I'm learning all of this within the past year, but like Nike and Adidas, I guess on the biggest scale, they're paying, for example, the U.S. national team, they'll pay 50 million a year just to have the chess logo. You might even, it's just 20 matches maybe, but it's
Hmm.
50 million, all the gear, all that to represent them. So um, even the Philippines, a team as small as the Philippines, it's going to be 50 to 100K a year to get that chess logo. So it's tough when you don't have a lot of money. There's not much bargaining power when they could sell out to another brand, and take the cash and ignore our logo and leave it off. So what ended up happening is we didn't manufacture for them. They went with someone else, but they did give us the logo for 6 months in all games. We got the chess logo, so it was like half-year contract, and all we had to do was give them the design. So that's kind of how it broke down.
Well, that's pretty cool. Well, so after that 6 months was up, was it, as you looked back, was it like a very big business jump for you guys?
Yeah, it was good. It was it got us a ton of publicity. We weren't selling the jersey, so that was part of the deal, was they would sell it. So because they had to make that money back somehow. They didn't get any sponsor. We didn't pay for that, so they needed some income. So they got to sell the jersey. That was another part of it. And so money wise, we didn't make any money, but I think it was huge for us just now with the clients that are coming in. First of all, it brought in a lot of other very high level clients, some even higher than the Philippines,
Hmm.
which never would have looked at us if it weren't for that project. So that alone, I mean, it opened up a lot of doors. So
Yeah. Are you allowed to talk about like anything that might be going on right now, like any big team projects or anything?
Yeah, some of them, yeah, we're under NDA for all of them, which sucks
Okay.
because no, but I can still say a little bit. Like one of them, um, I guess one of them, we're hoping to be in the 2026 World Cup. There's a chance, so I'll just say that.
Okay.
So, yeah, hoping to be out there. Our logo will not be on the field, I can tell you that, but
Mm,
one of our designs or some of our designs might be on the field. So that I can't say. Hopefully.
that's huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be keeping an eye out and staying in
Yeah.
contact with you about that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, so when did you? I mean, you're the CEO, so I'm assuming that you were like the whole idea and stuff behind JerseyBird itself. When did you kind of come up with that, and what made you think like, you know, custom jerseys? That's really what I want to do.
Yeah, I was starting my junior year, and I mean in college everyone is wearing jerseys. What university are you were you is this?
So I go to NKU, Northern Kentucky University.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm sure you probably see a lot of jerseys like on game days and stuff, like or just
Yeah.
at parties. So yeah, that was I guess what sparked it. But that summer, like I came across e-commerce and I just like really wanted to get into that. I just wanted to be free to, work whenever and just a cliche like entrepreneur
Yeah.
stuff. So I was like, yeah, let's just run with this. Um and yeah, it and the jerseys in college kind of inspired because I was around that culture. But yeah, I don't know. It took off pretty quick because of the trademark stuff. I was just piggybacking off other brands. So I mean, it wasn't even like those early days weren't. I didn't even build much of worth like talking about, but it
Yeah.
did give us the momentum like we needed to, I guess, start. The legitimate stuff down the road, which is what we've been doing for the past couple of years. So
Yeah.
it started it. Yeah.
Okay. Was it like, I guess with your early sales, was it like, your friends and stuff like that? Like, I'm a little interested in, because with a custom jersey, it's not like something where it's just like, hey, I'll draw it on there or something like that. What was kind of the
Yeah.
process that went into making those jerseys early on?
So yeah, like the early drops, we in the very early days, we would release some of our own items, some designs. I would just design them, do the best I could with Photoshop and stuff like that, and then promote on Instagram mainly. Just shout outs on pages
Hmm.
was the go-to. Um, so we promote it that way, and then once we started doing the custom stuff, which with the software that is still on the website today, that would be promoted through the organic TikTok videos. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got into once we got traction on the organic side, our own channel. I dropped all the other promo stuff. I just wanted to build our own channel and show the designs and show how to customize and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. With like did you have like a lot of friends and stuff like that early on that were like, oh yeah, I want to get a jersey or something like that, or was it kind of more so of like hitting these, like you had just talked about the smaller markets and stuff like that?
It was just I don't know. I didn't really. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't talk about it that much, so no one was really like hyped about it in my circle. I mean, they would ask me, "Yo, what's up with JerseyBird?" But
Mhm.
not in the early days. I mean, nowadays, like on my soccer team, we got like obviously I design stuff for our team. So
Yeah.
nowadays I would do stuff for my friends and things like that. But in the early days, not. It was just like random people just online that kind of supported and just bought our stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. Um, there's something else. Oh, when you were like first starting out, did it ever like, did you, I guess, like start to shoot for the stars and think like, man, like, I guess dreaming of like it would be crazy if like something like the Philippines or something came along, like those opportunities. Were you ever really thinking much about that, or was it more so just like stay as level headed as I can and go with what's there?
Yeah, I definitely didn't have any type of plan. I just wanted to just build something as big as I could. So yeah, we've been pushed around. Like it's not me planning, and I think when you're running a business, like I know that I don't know that much, so you can't really plan that far. At least this early in my career, I'm only a couple years in, and everything changes so quick. I kind of
Mm.
just follow what like needs to be done at the moment. So Yeah, I didn't know back then. Now I kind of see finally, like in the past year, I kind of hit our stride. I know what we're doing, and I want to be a sportswear company. And so I'm kind of chasing the giants like Adidas and Nike and things like that. Obviously, there's a ton of there's not really a ton of big ones out there. There's only like one or two in the middle, and then there are a lot of small ones. So it's really hard to climb that ladder,
Yeah.
but it's something like I'm down to just do this forever and see how big we can go.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, what about like the employment and stuff like that? Because I mean,
Yeah.
with such a quick boom and stuff like that, like you guys have had, I can't even imagine what it was like going through it with, very few people at first.
Yeah. At first, few people, I think first hire, maybe by a year and a half in, we probably had 3 people, one admin, so customer service, and then one person that would help with the design. So when you would go into our designer on the website, you could say, "Do you need help? Like, we'll make it for you." And we would make jerseys for people. That was someone's job.
Mhm.
And yeah, actually, she's still here from way back then. So, but now, yeah, we have 10 people total. Some of them only work about like 25 hours a week. Some work 40, but most work around like 30, 35. They're all contractors. So I'm the only one in the U.S. We have one in Canada, one in Argentina, a bunch in Europe, and then a couple in the Philippines. So it's kind of all over the world. But yeah, mostly designers
Yeah.
to help with the channel and work with our clients.
Okay. Do you ever see yourself maybe opening like a store or something like that where like if you have, I mean, I know it's probably tougher with like a, a custom jersey business, but maybe with some of them that you've posted in the past where it's just like, I don't know, like I can remember you used to make a lot of, maybe not a lot, but you'd make some where it was like just memes and stuff like that that were going on at the time. Does it
Yeah.
ever cross your mind of thinking like, oh, it'd be cool to open like an in-person store or anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely would. It's like the reason why we don't sell items anymore, like just, or we have the customs, but like there's nothing that you could fill a store with, like you said, except for those like the meme ones. But it's the trademarks, the licenses. You can't do like
Yeah.
Epic Games. You can't do the Fortnite stuff. You can't do anything. Like I try to stay away from that stuff. But the thing is, like once you get to a certain level, like get those connections and you can partner um, with people. Like for example, Zins, like or Zin, the
Yeah.
pouch. Like I had this jersey and I posted it once. I only posted it, yeah, maybe one time, but it's like the Phoenix Suns classic retro where they had the ball going across the jersey, but it's like a
Yeah.
Zen themed one. So it's the Phoenix Zins. And like I know that would do numbers. Like that's like it would pop so hard, but
Oh, yeah.
and I could just drop it right now, but I don't want to because I want to do it the right way. So like I've emailed everyone at the entire company, like all that stuff, trying to get a deal set, and I can't. It's hard. So if I could be doing that stuff and actually stock the shelves with stuff that I know would work, then yeah, I'd love to open a store. But yeah, for now it's tough.
Yeah. What's been like the biggest roadblock that you've hit with, those maybe going after some of those specific brands like you were just talking about Zen? What is the biggest roadblock? Is it like maybe the communication or?
Yeah, I think yeah, it's the communication. I mean, obviously, I don't have any connections at Zen. Zen actually just got bought out by like an American company, so it's like a transition period. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but they basically went mega corporate, so maybe it's hard to communicate with them. They probably just think I'm trying to sell them something. Like I can't even get my message across. Obviously, I just send an email, but probably goes to spam and stuff like that. So with no
Yeah.
connection, it's hard. But I mean, eventually it'll hit. You just have to keep going. I've only probably put in like few hours, like 5 or 6 hours trying to do it. So like it's not the end of the world. But yeah.
Yeah. Have you gotten a response from anyone yet?
Yeah, I've gotten like maybe 3 people that have replied. Like one guy dropped someone's name, yo, try this dude. So I hit that guy up and like I couldn't get him. Like I DM'd him on Instagram. I did all this. So
Yeah.
like yeah, like I'm chasing people around, but also like yeah, every couple weeks I'll come back to it. Like I'm not doing it every day, like trying to get it, but there's no timeline on it. I mean, I want to get it for like I think Darty season, like the spring,
Hmm.
I mean, if we could drop them now, I'm telling you, like I would email them, yo, this would be on every campus in America. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, but I can't get anyone to give me the green light. So for now, we'll have to hold off on it.
That's funny. So where do you like, because you were just talking about like with Zen, like that would absolutely do numbers, and especially in like a lot of those college towns and stuff like that. Where do you see like a lot of your business coming from the most?
It's it's mostly, I mean, we do some fraternity work, so there's that. Fraternities are always buying jerseys and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, mostly it's independent, just like small teams. A lot of times you'll get like academies, soccer academies, things like that need jerseys. That's a majority of it. Yeah, youth sports is number one for
Yeah,
basketball and soccer, youth sports. And then sometimes you have companies. So yeah, one of our biggest orders like back in 2020 or 2021 was a company. So it's for like a annual retreat or like vacation thing. So everyone in the company got it, which was big. So
that's
yeah.
huge. So like because I was looking at your LinkedIn page, kind of just seeing some stuff about that. Um, you're you graduated in 2021, right? From Tennessee?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you're only, I mean, what, like 23?
Yeah. I
Something like
just
that?
turned 24 in July.
Okay. Well, happy late birthday, first of all.
Thanks. Yeah.
Um, but what's it like being being so young and getting into the business world so much earlier than maybe a lot of other people do?
Yeah. I think it's definitely harder. Um, just being young, I think is just a little bit of a disadvantage. I think. I mean, obviously, don't let it get to your head and things like that. But it's. I think it's just a respect thing. It's not necessarily that I'm young. It's just that I don't have a lot of experience in the industry, so I really don't know a lot. Like that's just the honest truth. We do good work, but it's hard to get big deals done because you're competing with people that just have a lot more experience than you. So I guess that's one big thing. But the other thing is like I love being young because like you can mess up. I know there's no pressure. I'm 24. It's fine. I have years ahead of me. So yeah, like that's the good side is that there's no pressure. There's no ticking clock and things like that. But yeah, I guess it is a little odd to come out of college. I've just been doing this forever. Never got like a real job or whatever. So it is an odd experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, especially taking like, it's not like you were just, a part of your buddy's startup or something like this. Like it's all you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine the pressure that is there, even though while it may not be, I mean, I'm sure it's a lot, but it's like that's really all on your shoulders. So
Yeah.
um
Yeah. Yeah.
so I want to get to the soup part. Obviously, that's a huge part of this
Yeah.
podcast. So we were talking and you said your favorite soup was Hormel chili.
Yeah.
Are you like a beans guy or no?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool, because that's what I got. So I was like,
Good. Good. Yes.
um,
Uh,
I was eating a bunch of it earlier because I was like, or like before we got this set up because I was having some issues and stuff like that.
yeah.
And I mean, I got to give it. It's you were saying, uh, cheapest, or you said it was the best canned chili. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah. In my opinion, yeah. Of the ones I've tried, I think it's the best canned chili.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's controversial? Could be
I
a
mean, I
controversial
don't know
take or
because
anything?
I've only tried like I could probably only compare to like two others. So I don't know if I can say it's the best out. Like it's got to be the top tier, at least top three.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about it earlier because I was thinking like, man, how controversial is that really? Like
Yeah.
you were just saying, I can't really think of a whole lot of them that are out there. Like I don't know if Chef Boyardee like ravioli would really count as chili. I guess not, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I, yeah. It's got a solid ingredient list too. Like it doesn't have that much nasty like stuff in it. So that's
Yeah,
another plus for people that care about what's in it. So yeah.
yeah. That's gotta be the next jersey, a Hormel chili jersey.
Yeah. See, like I would love to collab with them. That'd be crazy. Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
huge, dude. I'd totally buy one of those. Sport it all
Yeah.
the time.
I know. Yeah. It'd be sick.
But yeah, I was eating some of it earlier. I mean, it's such a solid, chili. Like it's everything you can just turn back on and stuff like that. And it tastes a
Right.
lot like the chili that like my mom makes. So the
Yeah.
rating I'm giving it a 9. 9.2.
That's good.
Very
That's
solid. That's one of the higher ones I've
rate
given.
it too, or do I rate it?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. We got to
All
hear
right, all
your
right.
takes.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to go solid 9 as well. I got to go solid 9. Another thing, like they don't skimp on the meat either. So that's another thing that other brands, they're lacking on the meat. So the protein is there. I think it's 17 Gs per serving. So 34 a can, which is solid. And
That's
it's like
huge.
600 calories or something. It's not even that bad. So yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah. What are like some of the, like we were just joking around about Hormel chili. What are some of the brands that you've reached out to that it was kind of like, you were just like, like Zen, that you were like, this would be so funny to make a jersey of?
I mean, nothing hits like that Zenwood. That's like a 1 in a million. Perfect storm of like demographics, because the jerseys, the college, the Zens, like that is a unicorn. So I don't have another Zen type thing, but
Yeah.
like I reached out to like Celsius, the energy drink Celsius a couple months ago. Now they're really popping, but I used to drink a lot of Celsius, things like that. I reached out to I wanted to GTA 6. I'm a big GTA fan. So, and they have sports teams in their universe. So I did a little campaign trying to say, let us design like some jerseys. Like I would love to be in the game. I mean, that's like a dream, but like
Yeah.
to
That'd be
have
huge.
our brand in there, like, do you play GTA or have you played?
I played a little bit. I didn't play that much growing up. I played a
Okay.
lot of like Madden and stuff like that, but I played
Yeah.
some, yeah.
But yeah, they do like, it's just, they're trying to replicate the real world as close as possible, but no real brand names. So like Apple would be like Pear or whatever. So I
Yeah.
would love to like be in there as like Jersey Ball or something and like have our designs in game. That would be sick. So yeah, it doesn't have to be like a tangible brand. There's so much you can do with the sportswear, the jerseys. So yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. It was, yeah, I always loved like coming across your videos and stuff like that, because it was just like, I don't know, it'd just be off of like somebody's just random comment or something like that, being like, oh, dude, chocolate milk or something like that. And then like, you got a chocolate milk jersey. It was
Yeah.
always
Exactly.
good. So do you still like run the accounts and stuff like that, or do you have like a social media person?
Yeah, like I post all the videos and stuff. So I just posted a video before this meeting, but we have like the designs. I don't make the designs anymore, and now we have an editor. So I do still write the scripts. So I write all the scripts, which is something I would like to not do anymore, but it's hard to find someone. The script is so important, honestly. The script is just as important as the design.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I still do that because I think it's super important. But yeah.
Yeah. So this would be one of the last questions. I don't want to keep you for too long or anything.
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
So what would you say has been the most challenging, or some of the most challenging steps along this journey? I know we've kind of talked about getting the communication with some of the brands, or, finding, I guess customer base hasn't been that tough, but yeah. What are some of your tougher parts so far?
Let's see. Toughest parts. I mean, I think, yeah, like the pressure, like day to day, it's like I'm always trying to work all the time. And like you never know like if you're doing enough, if what you're doing is gonna make it. So like that's kind of like a mental battle, I guess. That's every single day, which is tough, but not necessarily like an obstacle. I guess like obstacle wise in the operation side, uh okay, yeah, this is a good one. But like building being able to build an efficient system like is the core of like I think a lot of companies. So for example, in our situation, when I first changed the business model to focus on team orders, it's completely different than selling jerseys. So you have to figure out like client management, and like you're making designs for people and 90% of them flake. So that's super inefficient because you're paying designers, right? You're losing money. So you've got to get those numbers up. You've got to retain the customers. You've got to figure out how to put out quick quality designs for your clients. You got to figure out how to get information from the clients up front before you even go back and forth, which that comes with building the website, the form, that starts all our projects, things like that. So that is like a whole system that, you know, I'm constantly tinkering with over the months, like trying to figure out what's the most efficient way to run this business. That's like the hardest. That's hard, I guess. Yeah, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. What has been like maybe the most joyous part of the journey so far?
Let's see, joyous part, probably the content creation. Like I've always made videos and just memes and stuff way back, even like in high school and stuff, just making funny videos. And so I think that's why I make the videos. And, you know, it's just cool to post your work and then, you know, see people react to it. So yeah, that's definitely the best part. And it's a weird way to build a company purely through organic, but and it has pros and cons for sure. But yeah, it's definitely enjoyable. Yeah, that part is.
Yeah. Do you ever like have you ever thought about maybe making a YouTube channel or something like that where you know, go through a day or a week or something like that, just kind of like vlogs of what you go through and maybe some of the orders and stuff like that? Like, have you ever thought about doing something like that?
Yeah, for sure. Like I do want to. I'm working on YouTube right now. I just shot some footage like in downtown Nashville last weekend for this YouTube video that I'm working on. But yeah, the main obstacle there is like I'm trying to keep our content machine moving on the TikTok side, which is like pays the bills and stuff. So it's hard to like branch out and like start something new because YouTube is definitely worthwhile, but I know it's going to be like a year or two before you start seeing big numbers on it. So it's hard for me to get the energy to start writing that content up and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I need to, and I have thought about it.
Yeah. Well, I think it'd be really awesome because it's like, it's such a unique, you know, business. It's not like it's just, you know, selling a mass amount of hats that are just plain hats or something like that. Like you're getting these unique orders and stuff like that.
That's true. It is very content friendly. Like that's why I think it works for me. Is there's always something to be creative about, and so that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you, you know, getting on and answering some questions and stuff like that. It was great to meet you. Great to talk to you. But yeah, I'll stay in touch. Maybe I'll get a jersey made with my logo on it. I think
Yeah, we got
to have on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, it was fun. So thanks, Matt. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
So yeah. All right.